Okay, so get this, you guys. I was prepping for this deep dive on AI and its impact on society. And I stumbled across the most unexpected source.
Oh.
An English conversation lesson, of all things.
Wow.
Like, imagine you're trying to learn a new language,
Yeah.
and bam, you're suddenly debating the pros and cons of artificial intelligence.
Really shows you how AI is infiltrating every corner of our lives, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not just some techie thing happening in a lab somewhere.
All right.
It's woven into the fabric of how we learn, work, live, even how we think about the future. So in this deep dive, we're going to unpack all of that, not just the nuts and bolts of the tech itself, but how it's reshaping healthcare, jobs, even our personal freedoms.
It's a big one.
Huge. And hopefully by the end of this, you'll walk away with some serious food for thought.
Absolutely. Food for thought, and maybe even a few phrases you can drop at your next dinner party conversation.
Love it. Make everyone think you're the AI guru. Now, this English lesson I found, it actually hit on a bunch of really important points. One that jumped out at me was how AI is developing at warp speed, faster than ever before.
And that's a crucial point, you know?
Yeah.
The sheer speed of AI development, it's really what makes the whole conversation so complex.
In what way?
Well, think about it. It doesn't give society much time to adapt, right? To figure out the ethical implications, the rules, the safeguards.
Whoa, that's a good point.
Like, we're playing catch up while AI is already sprinting ahead, and that raises the stakes of every debate around it, you know?
Totally. And speaking of things moving fast, the source used this phrase that really caught my eye: revolutionizing healthcare.
Oh, yeah. It's a bit of a buzzword these days.
It is, but what does it actually mean? Are we talking robot doctors doing surgery?
Well, yeah, actually, robot-assisted surgery is becoming more and more common.
Wow.
But it's so much more than that. AI is being used to analyze medical images, like X-rays and scans, with incredible precision, helping doctors make faster and more accurate diagnoses.
That's amazing.
It's even being used to develop personalized treatment plans tailored to an individual's genetic makeup and lifestyle.
So it's like custom medicine.
Exactly. It's like having a medical team dedicated solely to you.
That's incredible. But hold on. If AI is personalizing medicine based on things like our genes, doesn't that mean it needs access to tons of our personal data?
Absolutely. And that brings us to the flip side of the coin. The potential benefits of AI in healthcare are enormous, no doubt, but we can't ignore the potential risks, especially when it comes to data privacy and security.
Right, because the English lesson specifically mentioned serious risks to privacy.
And it's a valid concern, gathering and analyzing all that sensitive health data. Who has access to it? How is it being protected? These are questions we need to grapple with as AI becomes more integrated into our healthcare systems.
Couldn't agree more. And it's interesting because this whole data issue connects to another big point the source brought up. The impact of AI on jobs. I mean, the lesson even talked about the need for workers to reskill. Now, I got to admit, the thought of robots taking over jobs, it's a bit, unsettling.
I get it. It's a common fear. And the future of work is definitely something people are anxious about, especially with AI in the mix.
So how real is that threat? Are we all going to be replaced by robots?
Well, it's not quite that simple. Some jobs, especially those with repetitive tasks, are definitely more likely to be automated.
Makes sense.
But AI will also create new jobs, jobs we haven't even thought of yet. Think about it. Someone needs to design these AI systems, build them, maintain them, make sure they're working ethically.
It's true.
And as AI takes over those routine tasks, it frees up human workers to focus on things that require creativity, problem-solving, empathy, the uniquely human skills that AI can't replicate.
So it's less about robots stealing jobs and more about a shift in the types of skills we need.
Exactly. It's about adapting to the changing landscape. And, this English lesson itself is a great example of that.
How so?
Well, teachers are now incorporating AI topics into their curriculum, showing that even education needs to evolve alongside these advancements.
That's really interesting. So there's hope, right? We can adapt, learn new skills, stay ahead of the curve.
Absolutely. But, there's another side to AI that we haven't really touched on yet.
Oh, you mean the whole surveillance thing?
Yeah.
Because, that was a big concern highlighted in the lesson.
It was, and for good reason. The idea of AI-powered surveillance, it feels like something out of a dystopian sci-fi movie.
Big Brother is watching.
Exactly. But the truth is, it's already happening all around us in ways we may not even realize.
Well.
Oh, yeah. Facial recognition technology is being used in public spaces. Our online activities are being tracked and analyzed, and it's all powered by AI.
That's kind of creepy.
It can be. The question isn't whether AI is being used for surveillance, but rather, what are the limits and who gets to set them?
Right, because the English lesson, it emphasized finding the right balance, right?
hmm Exactly. The right balance between security and individual liberties. That's the key challenge we face as AI becomes more powerful and pervasive.
It's a tough one, for sure. And it makes me think about how the source also presented security enhancement as a benefit of AI, which on the surface sounds great. Who doesn't want more security?
Right.
But does that automatically mean less privacy? Is there always a trade-off?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Hmm.
It's not a simple equation. Look, AI can absolutely enhance security. There's no doubt about it.
Like how?
Well, think about systems that can detect fraudulent transactions in real time or identify cyber attacks before they even happen.
So like AI bodyguards for our data.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
here's the thing. The more we rely on these complex AI systems for our security,
Yeah.
the more vulnerable we might become if those systems fail or get hacked. And then there's the question of who controls these systems and whether they could be misused.
Well, that's a scary thought.
It is. So yeah, AI can make us safer, but it also introduces new risks we need to consider.
It's like every potential benefit comes with a potential risk attached.
Exactly. And that brings us back to the core tension that the English lesson highlighted, this balance between human intelligence and artificial intelligence.
You know, as we're talking about all this,
Yeah.
I can't help but wonder, and I'd love to hear from you guys listening too,
Mm-hmm.
do you think AI will ever truly replace human intelligence? Or is it more about AI enhancing our capabilities, working alongside us?
That's the heart of the debate, isn't it? And what's so fascinating is that the source, this simple English lesson, it framed it as a question of balance, not replacement.
It did, finding the right balance.
Yeah.
Which makes me think, maybe this isn't just a technological challenge we're facing, but a philosophical one too.
Absolutely. AI is forcing us to rethink what it means to be human, what values we want to prioritize in a world increasingly shaped by this technology.
Wow, it's amazing how we started with an English lesson and ended up here.
I know, right? From revolutionizing healthcare to robot jobs to the very essence of human intelligence.
What a deep dive.
It really is. And, since this all began with language,
Yeah.
it makes me wonder, how will AI change the way we communicate in the future? Will it help us connect better, understand each other more deeply, or will it create new barriers, new forms of misunderstanding?
Ooh, that's a great question to leave everyone with. Something to ponder as we navigate this brave new world of AI.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time,
Bye.
see ya.